Hi guys, how are you doing? Right, I've got a new idea, well, it's new for my channel, and that is I'm going to be doing kind of like gameplays, like extended gameplays with a kind of walkthrough flavour to them of some of my favourite games. A lot of the games that I like tend to be kind of like role-playing games, or games that have some kind of unique gameplay element to them, or just games that have got a good story. One of my favourite games recently as well is Shadowgate, and I've got various versions on various different machines, PC, ST, that kind of thing. I've even got an Amiga version as well, and the game that originally started the ball rolling for me was the NES game, believe it or not. And I've got NES, and a while ago I got Shadowgate loose, you know, just a little box, you know, a little loose cart sort of thing. And basically I thought to myself, well, wouldn't it be good to do something where I do kind of like a playthrough of it, but a bit more extended, a little bit more to it than just, you know, pointing and shooting and just pressing some buttons. So I didn't have the nerve to do it at first, and I've been thinking about it a lot recently, and I thought, well, why not just give it a go and just see what happens. So the idea behind this, guys, is I'm going to do it in parts. So I'm going to upload each part, you know, one after the other, but I'm going to kind of mix it in with my other videos. So there'll be multiple parts to this, and my intention is to thoroughly complete the game. There may be things that I might miss, and there may be things that aren't quite right. You know, in terms of I might die and I might have to restart and stuff like that. I'm not going to edit those in any way. I'm just going to go from memory, and if I get truly unbelievably stuck, what I might do is I might throw it out to you guys just to ask the question. But I'm not going to give up on the game until it's completely complete. But the inspiration for this is from a guy called Austin Mackart, and I'm going to put a link to his channel in the description of my first vid. He does Let's Plays, and he's got he's an amazing game player. Just historically looking at his vids, I mean, he pretty much, you name the genre and he has a go at it kind of thing. And he's one of these people where he sticks at it, and it's really a joy to watch some of his Let's Plays. Typically he does them all in one sitting, and I'm not going to do that with this, purely because, well, I ain't got enough battery life on my camera phone thing. So but basically what I'm intending to do is just go through the game and see how far I can get. If I get truly stuck though, I'll, you know, obviously stop it and then just throw it up to you guys or something like that, but I don't think I will. If I'm just trying to recall all the major puzzles in the game and things like that. But anyway, let's get to it. So what I'm going to do is just start the game, and away we go. So I'm going to save it and do what you normally do with the game, and we'll see what happens. In terms of the story and things like that, I'm going to read through it, because obviously there may be, well, obviously if you've ever played games like this before, you'll know that the story has a pretty important part to play. So let's have a look. So the last thing that you remember is standing before the wizard Lakmir as he waved his hands. Now you find yourself staring at an entryway which lies at the edge of a forest. The druid's words ring in your ears. Within the castle Shadowgate lies your quest. The dreaded warlock Lord will use his black magic to raise the behemoth from the dark depths. The combination of his evil arts and the great titan's power will surely destroy us all. You are the last of the line of kings, the seed of prophecy that was foretold eons ago. Only you can stop the evil one from darkening our world forever. Fare thee well. Gritting your teeth, you swear by your god's name that you will destroy the Warlock Lord. Okay, so with that, introduction out of the way, let's get down to business. So, I've got a cup of tea in my hand, so you may hear me slurp every so often. But here's how the game works. So we're playing the NES version of the game. Now, pretty much all versions of the game have a kind of similar thought process, if you like. So basically, what you've got is the move cluster here. So those are where the doors are, like the exits and things. And if you want to move them, you can use that. Now, if you look there, you've got things like look, open, use, leave, speak, hit, close and take. Speak is, if I remember Shadowgate, speak is hardly ever used. Card is something that this NES game, this NES game has, and the NES game has this thing where you can scroll through the different pages of your inventory, and spell is, well, the spell page has spells for right later on in the game, so you can actually chant words to get different effects. If you notice, there is a torch that is used as your timer in the game. Basically, as that starts to burn out, it will get obviously a bit darker, not visually but in terms of the story. Eventually when that goes out, everything goes dark, in other words, game over. So you have to replenish those torches by picking up torches in the game. Self is using or taking or doing stuff with yourself, basically. So if you use the self button, you can, like, for example, wear clothes, etc. Save is pretty self-explanatory, and that just saves the game to that point. And what I'll do is I'll give you an example of how to use things and how to do things. So, for example, I can use the function hit, and if I hit myself, that happens. If I take the torch, it says that. Now, if I use the torch, and then I use it on myself, now if I do it again, and if I do it again, so one of the reasons that I love Shadowgate is that there are some hilarious deaths in the game, and that's illustrated there. So let's get to work. I'm not going to go too far into the game because this is just like the intro vid, but on my next vid I'm going to do another one. So I'm going to get into it a bit more. So if we get skipped through the story, right, let's have a look around right now. I already know that there are, I already know most of the early puzzles, and so I'll just show you them very simply. But what I will say is there is a lot of spoilers in here. If you've never played this game before, and I can't believe I'm saying there are people out there that's probably never played this game before, my advice to you is just be aware that I will be illustrating story things and spoilers and all sorts of stuff. I'll put a link in the description anyway. I'll put a thing in the description anyway and on the video there, so you know that it's going to be laden with spoilers. But whatever, if you just be aware that I'm just going to go through the story, quite extensively. So, with that in mind, let's get to work. So, as you can see, this is the main window, what you're looking through. Now, my skeletal hand is looking around and things like that. So, for example, if I looked, I could look at the door. I could look at the wall, the ground. I could look at the handle. I could look at the skull. Now, I already know if I try and open this door, it won't, it lets me in. But I know that I need a key, and there is a key hidden in this area. Where do you think it might be? Well, use open and click on that, and there's a key in there. Now I need to take that key, so I will go up there and take it. Okay, so now I want to get in there. Now there's two ways I can do it. I can either click on move and go in there and just click on that, or I can click on the box that illustrates that door. Now you may end up using the squares in the movement cluster rather than what you can see visually on the top left corner, because there are some doors that are behind the camera, so to speak, or behind your field of vision. So that is something to consider as well. So let's get in there. Oh, look at them eyes. So that pitiful wizard Lakmir was a fool to send a buffoon like you to stop me. You will surely regret it, for the only thing here for you is a horrible death. The sound of maniacal laughter echoes in your ears. Maniacal. Can't even read. But anyway, a madhead's laughing. Anyway, right. So we're now into the kind of, I don't know, I suppose the vestibule of Castle Shadowgate. Now, as you can see, top left and top right, those are not ice creams, those are torches, which are incredibly useful. Now, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to be saving a hell of a lot, and I'll just show you the save function. So, save, yes. Now, straight away there's two doors there. Now, if you look at the movement cluster, there is a door behind you, which is obviously the door we came through. So, let's try opening the doors. Locked. And locked. Right, so let's have a look and see what we've got in our inventory there. Just because I'm having to think, I'm a bit conscious of like my torch is wearing out, so I'm going to use another torch. As you can see, it's now lit up at the top right there. So now I've got two torches running, so that'll just guarantee me a bit of, that'll guarantee me some time. Okay, let's have a think about what I'm going to do. So yeah, I mean the obvious stuff is to open the door by using the key, right? So let's do it. I'm going to use it there. Boom. So the door's open, the door's been unlocked there. The key stays in the inventory, I'm not sure why that is. But let's skip on through. Okay, so let's save the game and let's see what we can do. Okay, so I know for a fact there's two torches there, so let's take those. They're very useful, so always take the torches. Right, let's have a look around here. So that's a bit of a strange colour in comparison to the other things, so let's take that. It's a stone wall. Let's have a look at this. It's an ancient tome. It seems that no one has disturbed its pages for centuries. Okay, right. So it's obviously a book. Now, if I remember the puzzle, you can't take the book, but you can open the book. Hang on, let's save it. Let's take the book and see what it has. Shit! Oh my god. Right, so taking the book is a stupid thing to do. So I'm not going to take the book. But I am going to go back to my save file. And good job I saved it, innit? Okay, let's do this. Right, so we know not to take the book. Some of the deaths in this are funny though. I might just show you some of the deaths, because they are hilarious. But anyway, so we can't take the book, let's open the book. Okay, so now we're on the page on our inventory that illustrates what's inside the book. And there's a key. So let's take the book. Let's take the key, not the book. Let's take the key. So key 2 is in hand. Now, it would appear that I've exhausted everything that's in this area. Although I know that that is a loose rock, I'm certain of it. I am absolutely certain that that is a loose rock. Right. Right, I know what to do with key 2 anyway, so let's do key 2. Let's get out of there. Let's go back to the vestibule, as I called it. Let us use the key 2 on that little door there. Right, that's opened. Brilliant. Let's move on through. Okay, so a sword and a sling is inside. I'm not sure if there's any booby traps in this one, so but sod it. Let's just get to work and get them taken. Right, so I'm going to take the sling first. And I'm going to take that bloody great sword. That looks awesome. I wish you could just slash people down. Hopefully you might be able to. Anyway. There doesn't appear to be anywhere else to go, so what I'll do is I'll save it. And, right. I'm going to try something. Let's try this. Right, hit. So let's hit that loose rock. It looks like a loose rock to me. I'm certain of it. And there we go. Stone falls away to reveal secret passage. Get in there. Right. Let's get in there. Okay, as soon as you enter the room, you see an arrow on the front wall. Okay. Let's take the torches because we'll need those. You can't take it, what are you about? What do you mean? Can't take the torches. I'm sure I can take the arrow though. Let's have a look. Right, the arrow. So the arrow is in hand. Right, okay, I can take the arrow, that's brilliant. Can I get up there? The ledge wasn't strong enough to hold you. You fall to the ground and land hard on your rump. Oh, right, okay then, fair play. Okay, let's try using the torches. Nothing happened. Move the torch. It's a hidden door. There is a spiral staircase leading down. Yes. Right, let's get down there. You are standing at the edge of a deep chasm. From the darkness below arises the screams of the undead. This cave is hewn roughly in the chasm's wall. What does hewn mean? Anyway, right. Let's save it. Right. I am going to call that the first vid. Because we're at a bit of a crossroads, aren't we? So, let me know what you think about this, guys. Let me know if you think this is a good idea. I'm going to at least upload Shadowgate in its entirety, and then you know, let me know what you guys think. I've always wanted to go through a game with you guys, and I think this will be a really awesome way of doing it. So hopefully everyone's okay, hopefully everyone's cool, and I'll see you on the next vid. Just before I go, just to let you know, I'm probably looking to do the vids around about 15 minutes, something like that, per vid. So with that in mind, guys, have a good one, and see you on the next.